Hello everyone, welcome into Crochet Life and Stuff with Debra presents me, Debra, with all the things for the week. This is the vloggy thing, the Saturday post that either you've all been waiting for, maybe you haven't. Welcome in to those who've been here before and to those who haven't been here before, rather. Let's see if I can get my brain on straight. If you haven't been here before, please stay, check it out, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you like. I don't put out that many videos, so not gonna spam you. If you've been here before, welcome back. You know the madness that's about to start happening. Today I'm going to start off with life, the life portion of the Crochet Life and Stuff. Sometimes Debra's a doofus. I know, you think it's all the time, but you know, just sometimes. Where I work, we get paid every other week, which means we put in our timesheets, and then we put in our timesheets, and then after the second week of putting in our timesheets, it's on that next week that we get paid for those 2 weeks. Pretty basic stuff. I've been there for 17 years. I am used to this pattern of life. In 17 years, I have never missed putting in my timesheet. Until now. Oh, and I didn't just forget and somebody caught it before paychecks came out. Oh no, and by paychecks I mean direct deposit. Nobody gets a paper check anymore, let's be real. Yeah. We get the paychecks on Friday, but on Wednesday we can see the pay stubs and, you know, look at our deductions and all that stuff to make sure it all looks, you know, neat and clean and everything. I pulled it up and I about tossed my cookies on my keyboard. Let's just put it this way. If it weren't for the fact that A, I got 2 hours worth of overtime, which is paid at time and a half here in the States, and B, I had an extra $100 on that check because our company did an incentive to where if you got the vaccine already, you could report and you'd get $100 the first paycheck in August. Just a nice little incentive because here in America, just not getting a deadly disease is not enough incentive, apparently, to get a vaccine. If it weren't for those two factors, my paycheck would have been a big fat zero and some of my deductions would have been underfunded. I had a grand total for a 2-week paycheck of $115. Now, I do have a lot of deductions that come out for health spending account, which, again, it's an American thing because we don't have universal health care like every other developed nation. You know, but literally $115. And I was like, what? First, I freaked out. Then I looked back at the timesheets where you enter, because it's all digital, and I went, oh crap. I just totally did not put it in 1 week. And my supervisor didn't catch it either. We're all human. So I quickly scrambled and put it in and sent a message to my boss and a message to the director of our department so they know that, you know, hey, this extra weird timesheet is going to be coming through. I'll get the money. That's not the issue. But the issue is, oh my God. The only thing that makes this not such a huge deal for me right now is the fact that I borrowed money from my 401k recently to do a loan, to do like bill consolidation. And I still have some of that money sitting in my checking account. So yeah, I'm cool, you know, till next paycheck. It's all good. But boy, was that a kick in the gut on a Wednesday. That's how my week was going. How about yours? All right, enough about life. Oh, and the fact that y'all know this is my beaded poncho that I made for a make-along beady thing. I had never done anything beaded, never made a poncho, and I'm absolutely in love with this thing. I wore it to a function. I went to a social thing and did not freak out. Amazing. Last weekend, a friend of mine was having a if you're vaccinated you can come party. There was only one person at the whole event that was not vaccinated, and they have autoimmune issues and they cannot take the vaccination. So the rest of us were protecting them. Some people were swimming. I wasn't doing any swimmy things, but I did do karaoke completely stone cold sober. Thank you very much. Yes. And no anxiety attacks the whole time. I did get ticked off when one woman kept walking into the house smoking, because I cannot deal with smoking. It makes me gag and sick and like, freeze up and can't breathe. So yeah, but that was the only thing. And then the owner of the home was like, no, you keep that mess outside. So yay. All right. Enough of all that. Let's go into the crochet. Oh, and everybody loved this, by the way. They were like, oh, that's so nice. Where'd you get it? I'm like, I made that. Yeah, I get a little proud of myself there. Finished object. We're starting with faux first. My first faux is one of my Bag a Day bot-along items. It's that. It's squishy. It's a pillow, and it's so soft. Let me make sure I got my notes right of what it is here. It is the Crochet Throw Pillow Bobble Stitch. It's number 500. And by the way, everything I mentioned will be linked below. So you don't have to take notes and pause or anything. Just go to the description box. It's all good. Made out of the Just Chenille from Dollar Tree, which is pretty easy to work with, actually. And I can't stop touching on it. It's so soft and squishy. But I'm going to put it down for now because, you know, reasons. Okay. Another finished object that I have is my bot-along object 4th entry, because I can't help myself. That is the Easy Mitered Square. Now what I did was I made it to an 8-inch square, and I made 2 of them, and they're going to be washcloths for Roselikescrochet for Wings. Link down below as well. Great charity organization and drive that she does. Isn't that a cool square though? Yeah, it's one of the more recent tutorials that Crystal put out on Bag a Day Crochet. I'd never done anything like this before, and I thought, wow, that's actually pretty cool. And in the future, there may be some square making and maybe patching together to do other things with it, because this is a nifty square. This is done out of just cotton. Again, Dollar Tree. I'm going to put these right into my washcloth bag for that drive coming up. Another finished object is this one. This has no pattern. I don't even know what the stitch is called. It was me playing with stitches, just playing around. They're kind of Xing across each other. And the variegated color is Creamsicle by Sugar and Cream. Okay, this is, I believe, 100% cotton. See if I, yeah, 100% cotton. And the outline is one of the yellows in Premier Home Cotton. Same stuff, basically. It's, yeah, makes a nice washcloth. It goes in the bag, too. Okay. Finish. There is a whip. Dollars to donuts, you can guess what the whip is for. I am having a great time working on this bot-along. Yeah. And I'm at the very end of my first ball of yarn for this. Matter of fact, that's the end of it. So I've gotten my second ball handy. This is some yarn that I bought at Ollie's months ago because it was only $1.99 a ball. This is Woolies Thick and Quick. These are in the color, oh, who knows what the color is. It's probably covered up by this sticker. It's got a color number, but it doesn't have a color name that I can see, and that's okay. It's a 6, super bulky, and the Woolies Thick and Quick is what Crystal made hers out of. Let me see what the exact name of the hat is called. It's one of the older ones. It's number 414. The Puffed Beanie Hat. I think it's got Unisex in the name somewhere. But yeah, I'd never done these puffs before like this. My first couple were like, what am I doing? But now I've got it, and it's a pretty easy make. I sat here and did this in no time flat. This will be going to Roselikescrochet for their winter wear gathering, because I live in Georgia and this stuff is way too warm and heavy to wear here. But boy, will it be toasty for Chicago. Seriously. Let me put this back down. I don't want to lose that. Let's see. That is my only whip. Now, I've had a decent week except for the work thing. I did win 2 things. First off, I won a pattern from Katrina at Mindful Crafts and More and Connie at Just Another Stitch. And it's printed in black and white. It's what I've got. I've got a laser printer. The Red, White, and Blue Patriotic Dreams Scarf. Now, this is like a waffle stitch sort of a pattern, dear. And watch her videos about it. I'll be linking all that below as well. But yeah, it's actually a pretty cool pattern, and I think it could be done with any set of colors for pretty much any occasion, except leave off the stars. It's got cool stars on it too, which it is really neat. But thank you to Katrina and to Connie for this. I also won something from the Setta's Place. We have all seen the stuff that Miss Crojo Corner puts out. The books. The woman is a bookmaking machine. I got one! A YouTube content planner. Ah. I've wanted one of these ever since I heard her talking about it. It has all the things that you need for YouTube and then some that I don't need yet because it even involves expenses and stuff like that. There's checklists, there's planners, places for keywords, just a way to keep yourself organized. Affiliate trackers? Dude, I got none of that. But still, I love it. I've had it here for almost a week. I haven't put a mark in it. It's like I'm afraid I'm going to mess it up or something. Does that sound right to you? Anyway, I was super excited to get this. And, woo! And yes, I had already opened it because y'all know I cannot wait to open my mail. If it comes in, hubby hands me a package that he brought in from outside. It's getting open right then. It's not waiting for camera time. It is what it is, y'all. Now, I would like to sort of take a sidestep here and just say something about the fact that the Yarny community is the best community ever. It's definitely the best community on YouTube. A lot of Yarny folks and their families have had some struggles recently. And the Yarny folks just step up and do the thing. And I'm just really glad to see that. It's nice to have a community where people are accepted, accepting and embraced, and where everybody tries to step up and help each other. There's a lot of stuff going on out there where we have a nice Yarny person who is no longer going to be on YouTube visiting, commenting, or anything. And I'm not going to say much of it anymore. Her family is having a hard time, and she is in her end days. And it's not good, and it was sudden. You never know how short life is going to be. So grab it with both hands, take advantage, and enjoy. And enjoy the great community that we have. A lot of times people see the fundraising things and they're like, well, I can't afford to do that. I don't have the extra $2 or $3 this month. That's okay. Stop by, give your support, like, share, comment, offer your good thoughts and good vibes, and just offer support verbally. Yes, everybody knows that a lot of us struggle with the money thing, but it's okay. We can still work together. We can still support each other. If you can't donate, or if you don't want to donate, that's fine. Maybe share it and somebody else will, because you've boosted the signal. You're helping another person. And I just think that's pretty awesome. We have got some great people in this community, and I'm thankful for that. I'm grateful for it. Now I'm going to change gears again. We're going to get back to some happier stuff here. Shout outs. And I'm not going to shout. Not like you, Connie. I've seen you do that. My first shout out is someone you've heard me shout out a bunch before. Oh, and besides I shout her, be shouting her out, I do want to say that I am penciled in, and more likely inked in at this point, for Monday Gaming Mayhem. This is over at Lisa Ladybird Loves. This will be Monday the 9th of August. If you're watching this after that, watch the replay. I'm doing 2 truths and a lie. She'll do 2 lies and a truth, just to keep everybody on their toes. You guess. We give you options. You guess. It's a fun time. It's fun discussion. And you never know what either one of us is going to say. Okay. Now, Lisa has got some other things going on as well. I am so happy and so stoked. She has just announced her first cal. It starts in October. The pick and mix cal. The spinny wheelie thing is involved. But she's telling us about it now because she knows the struggle. Sometimes people will announce a crochet along and, oh, it starts next week and you need, 75 balls of yarn, or maybe not that many, but you know what I mean. She's giving you time to be able to gather your resources and get ready. It starts at the beginning of October. It goes for, I think she said 12 weeks. It'll end by Christmas. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I, for one, am looking forward to it. I have never done a blanket cowl before. This other crochet along, make along, the bottle along that I'm doing, we pick our own patterns. Like, I look at my yarn and go, what can I make out of that? Because that's how I usually work. But yeah, this is going to be fun. It's Lisa's first. Link down below. Please, let's support her at this. She is an awesome chick. Okay. And I have got a non-Yarny shout out, as I always do. This one is kind of fun. I discovered these folks maybe a year ago. It was definitely during COVID times, so I'm not sure when it was that I, stumbled upon them. Oh, wasn't even a stumble upon. These kids, and I know, they're adults, but in my mind, they're kids, okay? I'm over 50. They're kids. They react to music and videos that they had never heard. They grew up mostly with their grandmother, who was like very strict, and you listen to church music and this is what you do. And now they're kind of exploring all the musical things. And the first place that I saw them, I remember about a year and a half ago, when the song from the 80s, Phil Collins, In the Air Tonight, went back to the charts. This is more than 30 years, 32, 35 years later. That's because these kids saw it and were like blown away. Their reaction video was awesome. People started tuning back into it because, hey, let's introduce this to a new generation, It was a lot of fun to see, to watch their reactions, and they're watching stuff that they've never seen or heard before. And guarantee they have watched and listened to stuff that is in your genre that you like. They have done everything from country stuff to early rap stuff to metal. I saw one of these kids reacting to some Metallica stuff and I was like, yes, because I'm a big Metallica fan, okay? Check them out. It's called Twins the New Trend. Strange name for me. It doesn't roll off the tongue, but it will be linked below. I encourage you to check them out. And I got one more thing to show you. I showed you before that the hubby got me this. My anti-social butterfly pin. If I can hold it up there. Is it going to focus? No, not so much. Okay, anti-social butterfly, because that's me. And he also got me this. Now, if you have noticed, there's a book here that is in here all the time. It says stories. How many does it say? 6 stories in this one by Douglas Adams is what it says. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. This is the ultimate Hitchhiker's Guide, which has 6 books from the increasingly inaccurately named trilogy. It started in the 70s. This has been around a long time. And the big thing to remember from this book is this right here. It says, don't panic. He got me that. I love it because, I'm a huge Douglas Adams fan. It is British writing and humor at its most hilarious. And when I heard that Douglas Adams died, at a very young age, mind you, I cried because his work brought me so much happiness. Just reading it, and I'll occasionally reread the guide because it's that good. And if you ever hear me say something about I never could get the hang of Thursdays, that's where that comes from. It's just one of the quotes. Time is an illusion, lunchtime doubly so. That is actually my favorite quote. If that ever comes up as a question somewhere, you'll know that is my favorite quote. This has gone a couple minutes longer than I expected. I do thank you for coming by today. Please like, subscribe, check out some other videos. Check out my Tuesday reviews. There's a playlist down below. Comes out every Tuesday. And if you are so inclined, you are welcome to buy me a coffee or a ball of yarn at my Ko-fi link down below as well. Thank you, and I will see you next time, and see you Monday over at Lisa's.